All right, let's see if we can get a signal to the Bat Cave as is tradition. And we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the Jedi Academy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are out there on this Saturday. Out there in TV land, whether you're watching us live or watching us later on. I'm your Man Ranger J 1999, welcoming you in for the Jedi Academy, the only Q&A show here in the Star Wars Galaxy Heroes community where myself and whatever the content creators decide to show up, they can show up because, real life. We get together and we just sit here for a couple hours and we answer your questions about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, the mobile game brought to you by Capital Games. It's a pretty simple format. We just hang out with you guys, and you guys have questions. We try to give you the best response answers that we can give you. And it's pretty simple. If you have a question and or comment that you want us to respond to and or answer, put that in the chat. Make sure you put the word question in front of your actual question statement or comment, and that's how we identify that. If you don't, I might miss it. So please help me to help you get those in. Put the question in front of your actual question statement and or comment, and we will get that answered for you. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Nathan H. Hello there. Dilly dilly to everybody. Kimmy baby, one more time. Says good morning, skewers. Good morning, Kimmy. Glad to have you guys here. We had a great day yesterday. I was hanging out with Scribbles all day yesterday for 4.5 hours, and we did my stream where we did GAC last night, and then we did the Heinze stream, and it wasn't horrible. I only did 4 shoeys instead of 8, so I think that's progress. But still a lot of shoeys nonetheless. Will the Swedish chef make for St. Patrick's Day? Not really a combination that goes together. Swedish, Irish. How about that? Hello there to good as ever. Jason Hobby says word to the mothership. So we did all that yesterday. A lot of great content out there for you guys. Just to give you an update on the channel. We did all that stuff yesterday. But on top of that, we've got the lore series is out. The new lore series is out. This is the special one. What we promised that if we met the Patreon goal, then we would do it, and by golly, we did it. It's the Mace Windu lore video with Rambam 001 being the lore master, and that's out on the channel right now. The patrons have had it since Monday. So if you want to check that out, you can. We've got reviews out for the latest shows. We also have the Old Republic with the boys. So you can check all that stuff out on the channel. The other thing is that we'll have, and the lore series will be weekly now. So we'll record the next episode tomorrow. And on top of that, the lore series is now available on Podbeam and Amazon as podcast form. I'm trying to get Spotify to work. It's being stupid. But I'm working on iTunes and Spotify as well. So we're getting all that set up for you guys. So if you don't want to see it on YouTube, then, or you can't listen to it on YouTube during the day, you can download and listen to it as a podcast. And that's what we promised, and that's what we're going to do. We do have 2 new goals for our patrons. If you guys, now being a patron, you get a lot of benefits of being a patron. One of the benefits is that you get the lore series early. You get it before anybody else. And we also get input on the lore series. I will be asking soon for the lore series, like input on some different ideas and things. We're kind of doing a baseline of some of the lore for Star Wars. This is a flow of the series so people can have an idea of about the Star Wars universe. Yeah, Andrew Zani, but I'm going to get away from the memes. I did a poll this week. Good morning, Andrew Zani. And good morning, Phil Reagan. Good morning, What Else 73. Happy Saturday to you, and happy Saturday to everyone. Pretty much most people listen to it. They don't really look at the memes and just on the they just don't look at it. So I've been doing a lot of extra work for the lore videos, and it's nice when it's on YouTube, but people are just like, I mainly listen to it, so don't go through all that extra effort, Ranger, especially if you're going to be just uploading it as a podcast. So moving forward, we're just going to put our mugs on the YouTube, for the stream. We'll get a nice skin for it, and we'll do that moving forward. So we'll just do that for the YouTube video, and then you guys can see our reaction as we talk and give each other endless crap on the lower video. So yeah, but that's what we're going to do. So if you would like to become a Patreon, linked in the description below. It supports the channel. Now, if we get to 1,500, we're going to have the lore master Kashmir, he's going to do a lore video on Yoda. And if we get to 2,000, we got to really, if we get to $2,000 in Patrons, then we will do a lore series with the lovely Desi. Is going to do a whole lore video on the Night Sisters, and we're going to have Hershey join us as well. If you guys don't know who Hershey is, he's always hanging out Thursdays on the Heidi stream. That big redneck himself is going to be joining us. They're both avid Night Sister fans, and so we will do that for you guys as well. So you guys can go check all that out on the channel. All right, that being said, get your questions in. And good morning to everybody. Oh, there's Helen next. This is happy Saturday morning, Ranger and Skewers alike. May your weekend be merry. May you each be blessed, and may the booze forever flow. As for me, well, I'm working as always, so zero fun for me. Yay! The life you've chosen, my friend. 2,500 for Jar Jar. Yeah, we'll think about it. I really don't want to do one on Jar Jar, but you know, if we get to that many in Patreons, then golly, then you gotta do what you gotta do. Anything else? No, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, all that fun stuff. There you go. In other news, we've got the Vegas trip coming up. If you'd like to join us, and there's going to be an assload of people going to this. It's going to be like a mini con at this point with the amount of people that are showing up to Vegas. July 5th through the 8th, we will be in Vegas. Myself, Heinze, Ram Bam. You got other people like Gom, Van Sil, a bunch of content creators, people that you know like Loki. You know, all of it. Desi's going to be there. A whole bunch of people are showing up. It's going to be a blast. We're going to be there for 3 days. It's my birthday weekend. It's TJ from Heinze Stream's birthday weekend. So it's going to be crazy. I'm just coming to the U.S. to doing a U.S. tour. So if you would like to join us, message me. I'll get you to the link to the Discord, and you can get in there and get the information about all the stuff that's going on for those 3 days. So going to be a lot of fun, and looking forward to it. Yeah. And anything else? I can't think of anything else. I think that covers the main things. So check out all the other content. It's out there for you guys. We'll get some more lore videos for you guys here soon. And then, yeah, pretty straightforward. And good morning to everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I can see everybody's in the chat. Waking up. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. Get your butts in here. If I can do it after 9 hours of streaming yesterday and multiple showies, I think you can get your butt in here and hang out. What other content creators come on? That's fine with me. Hope I'm in the right Zoom. I'm sure they'll let me know if I'm not. I'm pretty sure I picked the right one. But welcome. Get your questions in, and we will rock and roll. And yeah, and we're all getting ready for Cal Kestis. I'm going hard into Cal Kestis, so that'll be a lot of fun. Oh, Helenix, that's not a cue for you, man. No. Oh, crap. All right. First heli question of the day. Hello, Alpha and Omega. You picked the right time as heli ask a question. Okay, for my guy Ranger, you know you have to join a JC in order to have stuff to do in game during a JC week. Want to guess who forgot to join? Me. Hooray! More proof that I suck. Heli, you had one job. You just hit a button and then you join. It takes 1 second. Click. I just clicked, and I joined JC. It's not rocket science. Come on, Helly. Like better. Andrew Zani says Zeta order on Inquisitors, not GI Riva. Oh, Christ, you would ask me that. God almighty. That's a pretty in-depth question there, Andrew Zani. Honestly, Andrew Zani, I did all of them. Not non-leader. Anything that's non-leader, I wouldn't worry about their leader. Like, I didn't do Seven Sisters leader. I didn't do, you know, Fifth Brother, Ninth Sister. Anything that's got a leadership Zeta, I didn't do. Anything outside of that, you want, because you need everything you need to get the Grand Inquisitor. Now, when it comes to Grand Inquisitor, all of them go on Grand Inquisitor, and Riva, all the goodies go on those two. Third Sister and Grand Inquisitor, yes, but the rest, outside of their leadership, put them on, but don't do their leadership. You don't need their leadership. So yeah, I didn't do it. I was able to get Grand Inquisitor. Yeah, it was a little bit of a slog, but their leadership's fine. Without it, you can do it. So what's the Zeta order though? God almighty. I'd have to go back in and look, because it's been a hot minute since I went back in. I'm trying to think. I'm looking at it right now. Oh, the leads are all Omicrons? Well, then you don't have anything to worry about. Again, it's early morning. I need more coffee. This, there's 900 Zetas on this team, and I'd like you to tell me in the order that they should go in. Look here. I want to say 7th and 5th. Sure. Looking though. Don't hold me to that yet. I'm still looking. I think there's only 2 on the team. I have to go back and look. But I think you want those 2. But outside of that, don't do. You don't need their leadership. 9th and 7th have leadership. Yeah, you don't need it. I think I did there. Yeah, I haven't done. You don't need their leadership. Just do the 2. Save the rest. You're fine. Took me a minute to get there, but I got there. So really, there's only the 2 you need. Don't worry about their leadership, and then save everything else for the other stuff for Grand Inquisitor. Now, Grand Inquisitor for sure, you want the Zetas on. That's a no-brainer. So there you go. Hopefully that answers your question. There's no, and it doesn't really matter, Angezani. Hopefully that helps you out there. Momon did not ask this question. Are any of the Hut Cartel Omicrons worthwhile for Jabba? Yes. Chrysanthemum. Without a doubt. Now, the other one that's that you can do, I don't. Raids are going. That's going away though. But although their new raid will have Hut Cartel, is Bosch Leia's Omicron is a raid Omicron. But for GAC purposes, the one that I do have on the team is Chrysanthemum. That is a nasty Omicron. It really makes him just nasty. It really does. The Omicron just does so many nice things for Big K. All that added extra protection and stuff like that. So I definitely recommend if you have it. I mean, I didn't even hesitate putting it on. It just makes Chrysanthemum that much of a pain in the ass to deal with the Jabba team. The optional one is Bush Leia. I might even put it on depending on how the raid is, because it just does so many good things. I'd Skiffy Lando. I'm not mistaken. Let me look at that real quick. That's a TW one. It's decent, but it's not a priority for me because I just did the Omicron for, say, Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum, which is a much better Omicron. But yeah, she gets. Yeah, her Omicron for raids is gonna be silly. If I had the extra Omicrons, so we had more Omicrons coming in to us, I would definitely put it on because it's not a bad Omicron to have for raids. Really nice for heroic Sith and things of that nature, the Sea Pit and stuff like that. But Big K for sure, especially for GAC purposes. It's so good, man. It really is. Those 2 for sure. The Skiffy Lando one skip, but the Bosch Leia one is optional. But for GAC, he can't go wrong with Big K. Alpin make a question. Do you think Reva will be nerfed that she's beaten all the GLs even after they fix the purge issue? Don't know because we don't know how. So first of all, I don't know how much of the purge is affecting the overall team. So we have to wait for them to fix the purge nonsense. Once they get that fixed, then they need to probably look at it again and see what they're doing in the team. I mean, the team was designed to take on GLs. They're just not supposed to be beating them that badly. So I think once they get the purge mechanic fixed, then we can take a look at it. But Third Sister Reva is that team. When you look at that kit, is designed to take on JML and JMK and that kind of stuff and kick its ass because that's we saw it on paper when we first looked at this. Like they are going to kick the crap out of stuff. So if there's a bug with purge, fine, fix it. I still think the team's going to be exceptionally powerful, but it's supposed to be powerful. Especially against certain GLs. But the problem is with it right now with the purge mechanic being jacked up, it's making them just over the top. So will they nerf it afterwards? I don't know. I hope not because it's supposed to be a team because getting Third Sister is really a slog. It's really tough, and especially with the changes that they've made. And it takes time. Worth it. She's an incredible character. So I don't know yet. I think they're going to fix the purge and then they'll look at nerfing it. I don't think it needs to be nerfed after that, but let's see what happens after they fix the purge bug that's going on with it right now. And then we can make an assessment on it afterwards. If it's still being some of the GLs, but not all of them, then I think it's in a good spot because it's what it's supposed to do. But if it's still after they fix the purge, and it's still doing what it's doing, then maybe they might nerf it. But I don't know yet. So there's a lot to that, layers to that question. So I want to see them first fix it and then see how it does, and then we'll get back to it. But yeah, it's definitely broken. It shouldn't be doing what it's supposed to be doing. All right. With concern the GLs are supposed to be pinnacle, not get auto wiped because of one character. They keep making GLs weaker. It's not. I don't think they made GLs weaker. They screwed up the kit for Riva. I mean, it's not working as intended. You know. I mean, so I want to see what it does afterwards. So yeah. I mean, like for instance, I use bounty hunters to kick the crap out of Lord Vader. Of course, it's a heavy investment in materials, gear. You got to have the right modding. It's a lot. They have to be high relics. But you know, I beat Lord Vader just did yesterday with my bounty hunter. So I don't really mind GLs being. They're still the pinnacle because if you are going to beat him with an off counter, you have to invest heavily in those counters. I just like having more flexibility when doing GAC. And of course, Datacrons completely throw everything out the door. So if they want to say GLs are pinnacle, I don't buy it anymore. I mean, they are, and they're really difficult to deal with. Even if you have the right team, because even with my bounty hunters, crap can go wrong and I get my ass handed to me. But Datacrons completely skew things in such a direction that, I mean, it's silliness. You know, you had Dr. Afra's Datacron that can go in there and just stomp Jabba the Hutt. That's because of the Datacron. You know, so they've set the. I mean, they want to say GLs are the pinnacle, then get rid of Datacrons because with Datacrons you got teams and characters and stuff that can go in there because of the boost and the stats and then ridiculousness that Datacrons do. That just they don't care. Like okay, I got job on defense, but this Datacron on Afra makes it to where she can go in there and just knock the crap out of them. So yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, GLs are still really difficult to deal with, but they're the other reason I hate Datacrons. If you do happen to get lucky and get the right Datacron and can use it, you know, like Dr. Afra and some of these other Datacrons that we've had, it just like press buttons because you're going to kick the crap out of it. So, um, but GLs are still a nightmare to deal with, and everybody that's dealt with them, especially with Datacrons on them, you have to have the right Datacron to counter the GL that has that Datacron. And Raid's really gotten stupid with this latest set with the health and defense and tenacity. It really makes life difficult, especially in threes, because those stats get exponentially more powerful because you have less things to destroy it with. Um, so yeah, I don't know. GLs are the pinnacle. They still are. They still do the most. They're still the most difficult, but they're not as overwhelming as they used to be. If you have the right stuff, but that's a big if. You know, that's me saying, yeah, if you have the Datacron and if you have the team invested and if you have the right modding and stuff. Of course, other teams can take out GLs, but that's a big if because that's a lot of investment and you have to have the right things, you know, go in place, whether you're the rolls on your mods and other things of that nature. So I still think GLs are the top of the food chain, but they're not as powerful as they used to be, especially with the introduction of Datacrons. Datacrons have made GC a nightmare, and they've made everything a nightmare because it completely throws off everything you've worked on. Going on. Oh, I'm getting messages. Oh, I mean, yeah, cool. All right. Um, all right, get your questions in. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. You just got your boy Ranger J 1999 here today. And I'm just chilling with you guys. We're doing Jedi Academy. So get some more people to join, we will. But it's, it's Saturday. Sometimes, content creators, it's hard. Make sure I'm in the right. Am I in the right zone? Let me look, check. It's the right zone. All right. Oh God. Hella next more questions. Questions because Helly sucks. I'm currently farming all the new tunes need to go for GL Jabba. Of these, Bougie, Finnick, Crescent, and Skifflando, which is best? All those are good. They're all good. They're all really awesome. I mean, Skiffy Lando is like the last one you would want to get. I mean, Fennec on her own on the bounty hunter team is gross. Chrysanthemum is ridiculous as a tank, and Bougie Leia just smacks. Skiff Lando's really good, but out of all those four, they're awesome. I want to use them in the meantime so I can their kits and being I'm such a ask somebody. Yeah, I mean, you can use them. You're not really going to use, to be honest, man. The Chrysanthemum is not as good outside of the Hut Cartel. Bougie Leia is. You can do some good stuff with Bougie Leia because I've got her as on a threes team and she's nasty. She's really awesome. Lando's okay. Fennec is the star, man. Fennec is absolutely insane how good she is, especially when you get her to higher relics because she just up that damage. She does incredible work. I would say if you're farming all them, Fennec would be the first one I would take. Actually, Chrysanthemum. We always want to take our tanks up to high relics. Then Fennec, then Bougie, and then Lando if I was doing an order. But if you're going to do a team with them, you can. You know, but you're not going to run Fennec in that team. You can. It'll work. It'll be nice. But Fennec needs more of when I use her. You want her with some other bounty hunters because she just with all the calls and assists and stuff, she can do some crazy stuff. If that answers your questions, Helenix. What else in three? Just a reminder: daylight savings in the U.S. happens at 2 a.m. Enjoy the summertime. Summertime. It's a summertime, baby. Good PSA. Thank you there. What else? Rare rock question between Potato Head Ray, Gas, Old Man Luke. Who is the best Relic 8 in terms of getting me a win in JC? Old Man Luke. Oh man, look at my life. Yeah, Old Man Luke is by far, because not only Relic 8, but Relic 9. He's the one character I'd tell you to Relic 9 on your GLs because the stats and everything he does with the Jedi and stuff, just it goes to the next level. Relic 8 makes a big bump, and then Relic 9 definitely makes a big bump. So I would say out of those three, Luke. Because Gas at Relic 7 is fine. Ray at Relic 7 is fine. They can do good work. You can get him to Relic 8 and they do good stuff, but Luke, Jedi Master, Old Man Luke does good work. Those stats really boost up the other Jedi and stuff, especially with his protections. It just exponentially just goes up. Yeah, what else? What else in the 3 agrees? Relic 9 on JML, absolutely. Yeah, JML is one of those characters. If you have a Relic 9, it's worth it. It's worth every penny. You know. Well, I understand that, Ray Rock. It's just as a priority for your Relic 9s, JML is one of those you want. He's the one GL out of all the GLs that Relic 9 is really just next level. Relic 8 does a really good job with JML, just boosting that protection and his stats, his potency, all those things. And then Relic 9 just pushes it to another level. And that's why I can use JML on some ridiculous things. Carl, glad to have you. Here's this question. I'm liking JML Luke in the next couple weeks. I hardly ever see him on defense in GSC. Is he just way better on offense than in defense? Yeah. You can put him on defense and he can be a nightmare if you have a high level protection cron because the Jedi will hit like trucks. There is a team that you can run with JML. It's a very defensive team, like with like bears and stuff like that. There's a video out there, but he's so good on offense because they hit so bloody hard and you can just go in there and just wreck stuff, especially if you get him to higher relics. Like a Relic 9 JML can just trash certain things. It's really good on offense, and then defense. Sometimes the AI does some strange things, and there's works around where you can go after other characters, and outdo JML. You have to have the right team for a defensive team for JML. With high relics, and you got to take advantage of that protection. But on defense, if you have the right team, because with the protection cron and the protection stacking, when you'll make your bears like almost one-shot characters. It can be really nasty and really defensive, where it's like I think it's a bear shock T and some other characters that you put on there, and it's just nasty. I've put a JML team down before on defense and threes, and actually got holes because they underestimated how hard it hits and two how tanky it is. So it can be used on defense, but most people prefer offense because you have a lot of flexibility with JML, and with the Jedi you can use with him, and it gives you flexibility on the teams you can take on in GAC. You can take on a GL if you want, or you can save it and mix and match Jedi and just go in there and kick ass. Yeah, C can counter JML easily. It's still not a guarantee, but yeah, C does it pretty well. But yeah, I prefer JML for offense. Yeah, and Jake says it best. So did 1S73. You want them on offense. You control it. You can get to ultimate faster. The AI does some stupid things. That's why you have to use that defensive team, because they'll do some stupid things where you're just like, that's not how I would do it. So yeah, C will eat him for lunch. So Darsign 1972 question. CG pushed Inquisitors on us, and the Grand Inquisitor event took way too long to come back. With the new Journey release, is this a new normal for CG? Didn't it used to come back with the cadence in the past? It did. The Grand Inquisitor one threw us off, because usually it's every 3 months they would bring it back, but they didn't bring the Grand Inquisitor back for 6 months. Now it's supposed to be coming out this upcoming week. So for all you that have been working hard toward it, you should be able to get your Grand Inquisitor this week. I would warn you, you're going to need really good mods, because that event's a pain in the ass. And just prepare for some frustration, because it's an RNG fest. Just warning you ahead of time. I don't know what CG's trying to do here, because, you know, they need to be consistent with the cadence, because if people make the investment, they don't want to feel like they've been slighted, like they did with Grand Inquisitor. I mean, luckily I got Grand Inquisitor when he first came out, because I was ready. I made the investment and we went for it. Of course, it took me 4 hours to unlock him. However, 6 months wait, you had all those people that were close that just weren't quite ready, and then you made them wait 6 months. Okay. I mean, there is method to the madness of why CG does certain things. I don't like, the Cal Kestis event. Like, if you don't get them the first time, we have to wait 6 months. What that does is it ticks off the person, like say myself, that makes the investment. I just missed it. Like, okay, I'll wait in 3 months and that'll be fine. I go work on some other things. But if I have to wait 6 months, especially with these characters being needed for TB and stuff, they can't do that shit again. Now that TB's here, Grand Inquisitor, which he'll go after this one, he'll be permanent in the game where you can go get him, but it has to be every 3 months. Yes, you want to have that incentive for people to spend and get it the first time. I understand why CG is doing it, but you have to be consistent on bringing it back on a steady cadence, so people know, because if you're going to make these requirements in TB, you have to be consistent with bringing this stuff in on a consistent basis, so people can plan around. You want people to participate in the raid, you want people to participate in TB, you want to set these standards, then you have to make it accessible, especially if people are going to spend time, energy, and money and resources into getting them. You can't do what you did with Grand Inquisitor again. That just doesn't work. Especially when you're talking about, like, for instance, Grand Inquisitor, not having him available for, like, you need it for Riva. I mean, so, but I mean, to have to wait, people to wait that long was just, that's crazy. I'm like, why didn't y'all bring it up, so people could work on it and get it ready, and I don't know. But yeah, I agree. They need to be consistent with it. Especially if you're going to push it on us. If you're going to push it on us, then okay, if I don't get it the first time, at least I know, especially if I'm spending resources, that I can get it the second time, So help us a little bit here. Helenix, another question because reasons. Say you have a Relic 8 Lord Schmader and a Relic 5 Maul. Theoretically, would it be advisable to bring Maul to Relic 8? Is the investment worthwhile? Yes. I don't know where I have my Maul at. Give me a second here. I think I've got mine at Relic 8. No, I've only got him at Relic 7. Relic 7's fine for Maul. He gets all those boosts and stuff, as whether it's in a Mando team or you use them under Lord Vader. Relic 8's nice, but if you can just get into Relic 7, that's really all you need. And there's two ways you can mod Maul. You can go speed set, make him really fast with offensive primaries and secondaries and stuff, and just have him go fast, get him loose, and he doesn't hit as hard as if you went offensive set with about 300 to 310 speed with more damage. So it's a give and take. You want more damage, you get less speed. If you want more speed, get a little bit less damage. I just prefer speed Maul, especially in a Lord Vader team. Get him out, get him loose, get him frenzied and doing his thing, and he still hits pretty bloody hard. But they both work. Then they're both fine options. But Relic 7's fine. I don't think I'm going to take them all to Relic 8 anytime soon. Oh, I know. What else? 23. Yeah, Inquisitor. The Inquisitor release was it was a strange one. It was a slow burn. We got all the Inquisitors over a certain amount of time. They kept talking about them and bringing them out, and we got each character, and then Grand Inquisitor was announced, and then the event, happened, and I went for it, thinking that that might make the Inquisitors better, but got it, and then I was watching the kept talking about them, and then we got 6 months. It's like, what the hell's going on here, man? You pushed, you made this thing where people, they didn't get it the first time because they just missed it. They were just farming it, or because it's a big investment, and it's Relic 5 at the minimum to go do the Grand Inquisitor event. It's a lot of investment, so to not have it back after 6 months was just strange. I didn't understand it, because there were still people that were working on it and wanted to get it, but I mean, it's a big investment with car techs and gear and everything to get them to Relic 5. And so there were some people that were just missed it, and then they had to wait 6 months. That can't happen again. John Moran says, question for the Grand Inquisitor event. Do I need an 8th at Relic 7? What speed should I oh, that's a Relic 7. If they're all at Relic 7, you want Ninth Sister to get, if you're going to go high relics, then Ninth Sister, because at the middle battles and as you get to the end, she's going to get smacked. You want her as beefy as possible. One character I would recommend always in the Inquisitor teams. The other ones at Relic 7s are fine. You'll probably have to put your best God mods. And what speeds as fast as you can make them. I have mine set up, John, because I went God mods on my characters. I had them like 350 speed on. You want Seventh Sister the fastest, and then you want Fifth Brother right behind her. You want tons of offense on 2nd and 8th, and you want as beefy a Ninth Sister as you can. Because just fighting that first battle as you get to the mid-tier battles and higher against these bosses, you need to be beefy, and you need to be fast, and there's just nothing for it. So as fast as you can make them, as beefy as you can make them. And at Relic 7, you're going to have a little bit easier time than I did at Relic 5, even with the God mods that I put on, with the speeds that I had on. They just, sometimes the damage would just be too much, and it's just like they just, but you at Relic 7, that's going to make a big difference. So I think you'll be fine. But make 7th your fastest. You really want her the fastest so she can get loose, get that ability block out, or if you're hurting, she can do her thing where she can give, all the health and protection back to your team. 5th you want going because he can do a lot of good stuff, and yeah, heavy offense on 2nd and 8th, and then 9th as beefy as you can get her, man. But I wouldn't take 8th at Relic 7th. Yeah, 8th, bro. Yeah, just for the damage, and you're gonna need him at Relic 7 anyway, for that. But if you're going to go higher, 9th would be the one I would take up, just so she can absorb those hits. But yeah, you're going to need them all for Relic 7. I use 8th Brother in the Reva mission anyway, so the only one you really, if you're going to take them to Relic 7, take them all to Relic 7. They all get benefits from it, and you're going to need them for the Reva mission anyway, so might as well. more damage, more survivability on the Grand Inquisitor event. Plus, you're going to need those levels to do the Phase 3 battle in TB. It's a win-win. Darkstein 1972 question: with the amount of relics 8 and 9 needed for TB, CG needs to take a serious look at the relics in the game. I'm not saying it should be easy to relic everyone, but something needs to be done. Oh, big time. I mean, so let's give CG their props. Getting to gear 12, they've done a phenomenal job. Other than Chirotex is a big problem. It's something they need to address because with all these new characters, the amount, like Reva, for instance, I think she needs 600 Chirotex or something crazy, 700. You know, I just as an unlocked character, every new character needs like, you know, between 400 to 500 as a marquee, conquest 5 to 6. GLs or high level legendaries, you know, it's just ridiculous. You get card text in certain spots, but you know, from events and things of that nature, but it's nowhere near what you need. And if you try to farm card text, which you have to use normal energy for it on the nodes, you know, in light side and dark side, and the only place you can get them, the drop rate's trash, you know. And I know what CG's trying to do is, you know, they said that this was a way to alleviate the gear crunch. Nonsense. It's a way for them to make you spend money on a piece of gear so that they can make money off of it. So just be honest about it, which I'm cool about. But at this point, the name of the game is relics. Your characters, the days of needing them just at gear 12 are well past that nonsense. We need a tremendous amount of help with Chirotex to help get characters to gear 12. We need a ton of help with gear 12 pieces because we're double dipping on gear 12. You have to, you know, if you're, especially if you're a light spender, you have to farm all the gear 12 pieces to take them to relic. Then you have to farm the same shit again when you get to higher relics because you have to salvage that stuff to get the higher relics for those pieces. And then signal data. Signal data is a huge problem. So all those are combinations that CG has got to address soon. If you want to make, which I'm totally fine for, end game is certain relic levels, but then you make the statement that you want to help players get there faster. These are main things that you need to address to help players get there. I know they're all terrified over at CG about the gear economy and things of that nature, but you know, something's got to be done. It's really, really, really bad. I mean, there's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. To get a character to higher relics with the signal data, first let's getting a character to relics. There's a lot of card text that you have to get, and it's a slow, awful grind. Then you get the character to gear 12, and then that's a slow, pain in the ass grind. Even if you're using all your resources like your get, shard shop, things of that nature, it takes time. Then you get into relic 0, then you start taking them up. You've got the salvage, which they've done a better job on the salvage left side, but the signal data is a big problem, and then the amount of gear you have to care for. Basically, you should double the amount of gear that you would get for relic. Basically, it's like another relic 12, relic 0 by having to farm this stuff, you know. And you talk about relic 7, 8, 9, shit. The gear you have to salvage, and you know, it's ridiculous. So it's something that they seriously need to look at and do something about. Signal data, we should have other places to get more signal data. And they've got to address the gear 12 gear and make it more accessible, get more of it. And then they need to think about more places for Chirotech because we are not getting enough Chirotech to keep up with this stuff unless you want to spend. The only way you can do it is either you be patient or you spend. And farming Chirotech sucks butt. And it's very heavily on the shock pros than it is the computers. So that it's really gold gear, signal data, Chirotech. Those are three big issues holding a lot of players back. And if you want us to progress in these raids and stuff, it's just getting people to help these other players get to relics. I'm just saying, you know. It's a lot, and it's something they've done some good things with gear, and they've done some good stuff to help us, you know, but there's some other things that they've got to address. Chirotech is a big one, signal data is a big one, and then if you want us to have to double dip on this gear 12 gear, one to get characters to relic, and then have to salvage it, which I think is completely asinine, then you need to double it or something. Something's got to be done. Because it is really awful. Oh, don't worry about Helenex. I can't spell either. Oh God, Finn's in the chat. God help us. Did I miss any other questions? Let me go back here. We're on top of it. Good morning, OBZ. Big O says just unlocked Maul and gearing the rest of the Mandos. Which Zetas do I have to have for the rest of the squad? A lot of Zeta questions today. Y'all make me do some work here. For the Mando squad, I've got all 3 on Maul. Got the one on Candace. I'm a weirdo. Like, I put all the Zetas on these characters. Definitely the one on armor. What can you get away with not having? That's the thing we got to figure out. I have all 3 on Maul. I have the one on armor. I've got them all. What can you get by with? There's one on Bo-Katan. I think you can get away with not having that. Not bad, but I think you can get away with not having it on her. Candy Manspieler. I think he's a good one to have. You can get away with not having, I think. Maul for sure. I'm looking at armors. I think she's one you want. You can get away without the bow Zeta. I think you can be all right without this Canner Zeta. I do like the one on armor. I think it's the extra Inkit one. Someone will correct me in the chat. Maul for sure. Now, I have for the Mandalorian, but that's because of the Bounty Hunter stuff. I have both his Zetas on. And then Beskar Mando, armor Mando, I definitely have that on him. That's different things like this for different teams. The core group, you can get away without having Bo. You can get away without having Candaris. I think Maul and armor are the ones you definitely need to have. Focus on Maul first. Get the armor. She's really good because you can move her around in other teams too. It's nice to have. The other ones you can get away without having. But Maul, I think I had all 3 of those on because they're so bloody good. Mauls are kind of important. So I think just focus on those 2 characters first, OBZ, and I think you'll be fine. You have all the Mauls. Yeah, do the one on armor, and then you can get away without having the one on Bo and Canders. I don't know who you're using as a 5th, but you don't need the one on... I mean, you can put the one on Gar Suxon if you want, but you don't really need it. Hero Super Commando, I don't think has one. The Bean, get away with not having it. And I have the one on the Mando and Django, but that's because of the other stuff. So, because I've used them in Bounty Hunter teams and other teams. But yeah, get armor, and then I think you'll be okay. I mean, the other ones are nice, but they're not essential. You can still have a really good team without those. But I think armor and Maul, Bo, Candace, the rest, I mean, they're just nice. You're more than welcome. Helen, a question for Ranger regarding the quintessential GL Jabba squad. What would be the best Jabba team be when your favorite Geek Knucklehead finally locks in? What rogue levels, what mods? Well, mine are all Relic 7 or higher for one, Helly, because I'm doing the territory battles. So Relic 7 is a must because you use Jabba a lot and the Hutt Cartel a lot. So just think Relic 7. The only 2 on that team that you might want higher than Relic 7, Jabba at least Relic 8, because it just gives him more health, and the more health, it just makes him more tanky. Chrysanthemum being a tank, anything Relic 9 would be phenomenal with him, but just a minimum Relic 7, so you can get through Phase 3 in the TB. The idea, there's a couple teams you can use. The ideal team is Jabba, Chrysanthemum, Bougie Leia, Skiffy Lando, and then Embo. But you can use Boba Fett in there. It works fine. I've seen some other people that take the Piggy, the Morning Guard, up to high relics because he's a tank, and go double tank and just let Lando and Leia do the work. And you have to get around 2 tanks, especially with the Datafron out right now. So I've seen that team, but those are kind of the combinations you go with. But the big three, Chrysanthemum, Bougie, Lando, I took up the Relic 7 with Jabba. Just for that team, that wise, it's a GL. We got the upcoming raid and TB, so think Relic 7. You can get away with their relic levels, the initial ones, and they'll be fine. You do want to take Chrysanthemum up at least higher. But outside of that, yeah. And somebody joined me in Zoom. Hello. Someone's in Zoom with me, and they're not saying anything. Hello. Well, we'll let them figure it out. If they can start talking, just start talking. And they were gone. And again. Like a South Park thing. And it's good. All right. Get your questions in. Good stuff, good conversations. And you guys don't be afraid. Ask your questions, seriously. Can't help you if I don't know what you're thinking. Give you the best answer I can right now. A lot of Zeta questions this morning. Y'all really making me work. God damn it, I haven't had enough coffee. Do all this math and figuring out science and stuff. So while we're chilling here for a second before Helen gives me 9,000 questions, no D&D tonight. I don't think we're gonna have D&D until April the 8th, so there'll be some time before that. Tomorrow I'll record the next lore video, and then we'll be back for our normal schedule. Well, someone joined us. Who is it? There she is. Har. Was that you who joined previously, Kate?
No, I just got home.
Yeah, someone.
So no, it wasn't me.
Okay, someone, I don't know who that was, joined it and they just disappeared. I'm like, okay, I don't know who that was. Hello, look everybody, it's the world famous Kate Gaming. Hello, Kate.
Good morning. Good. I saw you were by yourself, so I'm like, I should jump on and say hi.
Oh, it's all right. I'm used to being by myself. All by myself. Yes, Kate joined us a little bit yesterday on the pre-stream happy hour. And then I think, Kate, I don't know if you watched the Shuey action on the Hindy stream, but it was only for you.
I think I eventually, I think I fell asleep early last night.
So people fell asleep.
I had to be up early.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there was only 4 Shueys yesterday. So. Actually, no.
Only total, 4.
Only in total 4. I did 1 for Scribbles, and I think we did 3 on the Hindy stream. So not that bad. As compared to the 8 I did on the previous Friday. So yes.
It's like why you guys do that to yourselves.
People want to see it, man. You know?
I know. It's just no, thank you. No.
Ray Rock says it's famous Gate. She needs to go to Vegas. I don't think Kate's.
I'm gonna try to make it work.
Yeah, if she can.
I gotta see though.
You'll see me in my full Beskar Mando goodness if you do. So, nice. Well, so for the Vegas trip, one day we have to do Star Wars basically themed day, and I'm going to be in the full Beskar Mando kit with the Darksaber and the whole works, right? So there'll be that, and then the next day we're going to be doing like a tuxedo day, like we're the Rat Pack. So that'll be another part of what we do while we're in Vegas. There's going to be a lot of nonsense. Yeah, Kate. So if Kate can make it, yeah, that'll just be another because Gom's going to be going, Van Sil. We got a lot of people going to this.
I'm going to try. The big thing is it's like, so it's my husband's 30th birthday, like I think actually during your guys' trip. So I gotta it's one of those. Like, I'm not gonna go without him because it's his birthday. So I need to see what he wants to do. We'll see.
When's his birthday?
July 7th.
Yeah, it's my birthday because TJ's is that weekend too, and mine's July 11th. So yeah, so we're all around the same time. So
yeah, so I mean, it's one of those if I can convince him to go, and he's like, I brought it up to him before. It's not like it's nothing he hasn't heard already.
Yeah, so he would be so upset if he had to go to Vegas for his birthday. How you're so awful. What a horrible wifey. Well, you're more than welcome. We would love to see you there.
But it's like one of those, I'm like, it is his birthday. I'm not going to go without him, if that makes sense.
Nor would I want you to. So
yeah.
If you can make it, that'd be great. Ronan Zai says, that's the world famous Kate, the great first mate. Har, she is the first mate. Har. Stupid pirate. Those get used a lot, Kate. Oh, by the way, I updated the description in the video. You can check out Kate's. I've linked all the channels because I was just looking, I'm like, that needs to be updated. I haven't updated like friends of the channel and stuff in a long time, so I went through. So if you want to go check out Kate's stuff, yeah. I
haven't streamed in like 2 months.
I didn't think about it. I'm like, I was just going through, and because you know me, I'm doing a million things and a million times, even when I'm not streaming. So I was looking like, oh God, that needs to be updated. So I went through and updated, you know, all the more recent content creators and stuff. So everyone's on there, you know, Aldous and you and Calvin and, you know, especially people that come on the Jedi Academy. So those are all. So who else joined us? Oh God, it's Michael W. Huntington III from His Majesty's Secret Gaming Service. Hello, Michael. I pray to God that sweary daughter's not there.
He just left for work, but she left me a message.
Oh no, no, she didn't. You made that up. No, she didn't.
Well, that depends. Did you delete my link?
No.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Right.
Yes.
I do have the meeting. I do have the.
Well, you stopped streaming, man. What do you want me to do? You not?
I never streamed. I only upload.
Well, I mean, the videos on YouTube, but you haven't done that in forever, have you? Okay, I rest my case. Thank you.
I've got 2 today, 1 last week, 1 the week before.
Send me your bloody link.
That's more than me.
Send me your bloody link. I'll go put it back in.
Nah, it's all right. It's not worth watching anyway. So.
Oh well. All right. Well, we got Mike. We got Kate here. Let's get to some questions. Here, Dalton Miles Sato, konnichiwa. Says question: how should I mod Royal Guard in a Lord Vader team, health or protection? What do you guys think? I know the answer.
I'd say protection.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, I thought he was one of the protection.
Yes.
Lot.
Yes, because then it gets all translated and all that stuff. Yes. Yes.
Protection. Yeah. You got 4 protections, haven't you?
Yeah, you got to do.
Yeah.
Clubs, diamonds, hearts, spades, and then you do those, and then the other 2 you don't. Because they're.
I think I went protection heavily on him, but let me look. I did health sets, but I did protection as a primary. Or did I go mainly health?
Oh yeah, it should be.
I think I went health.
Let me check what
health.
I did.
Health protection. Yeah, don't listen to us. We have brain damage. It's health. What am I talking about? Jesus. Health.
9 times out of 10, a lot of.
It's I had to think about that for a second. Like, well, let me verify because coffee has not kicked in.
I just had my cup of tea.
Yeah, so give us some. Yeah, I think it's health. Health.
Let me see what I did.
We'll verify here.
I'm drinking some spanking sour cherry tea at the moment.
Spanking.
Oh my God, it's just. Unfortunately, most fruity teas smell a damn sight better than they taste.
Yeah, I got health. Mine's health also.
Yeah.
I'm saying health. I went heavy health on him. So yeah, health.
Yeah, I'm all health primaries.
Yeah.
Yeah, health primaries on everything.
Think Grievous. Think Padme. Think Tank. You'll win life.
C. Oh no, not C. He's health, isn't he?
C's health.
He's big. Yeah, C's all health too. So he's one of those characters you want a plethora of health. Oh God, Heli, here it comes. All right, Kate, prepare yourself. It's a Heli question.
Spartan.
Question for the world famous one. Please regale us with tales of your 3v3 GAC use of your most top secret, definitely overpowered C3PO R2 plus BB-8 squad. It's a crowd pleaser for sure. I'm just going to.
I did that one.
I know you did, but.
And now my Ugnaughts just sitting on defense.
Yeah.
That's my other super secret team. Just got a Relic 5 Ugnaught sitting in the back.
Yeah. Finn says, hello, world famous Kate Gaming. He says, question for Kate. How does one become world famous? People come to Twitch all the time saying that they can do it, but I'd rather ask you. Yeah, how do you deal? How do you one become world famous, and 2, how do you deal with your stardom? Is what basically Finn's asking. Oh my God. You can tell him to go to hell. Actually, just
get the nickname, and then people just say it.
Yeah, and just you can get revenge on him for that question when you do Phasmophobia. Just lock the door on his ass. You know, when the ghost.
I'm not Durgan.
Yeah.
Durgan does that. I don't do that. I'm usually panicking and screaming and.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. I'm like, all right, Kate, guys, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna piss off the ghost, and then I'm gonna let it kill me.
I want to play that tonight.
If I had the time, I would join you, but I got to do some research for the lore video tomorrow, so I'm going to be doing basically schoolwork when I get all that set up.
Sounds like fun.
Well, it is. I mean, I just want to make sure that, when I'm doing the lore video, I've got because I like to write it out because, for me, that's just, I like to look at all the resources because I've got books and then I'll go look on Wikipedia and then I'll put it all together. But I have to have it, I have to write it down. So it just takes it's just time consuming, but it's worth it.
Doing your homework.
Yeah. Helly, question for Mr. Huntington. If and only if it's okay to discuss, how are you doing? I hope you're well, and I'm certain we all do. Here, he's healthy, right? You haven't had any more kung fu fighting incidents, have you there, Mike Hunt?
Mate,
that sounds like a yes.
I wish I could say yes, but I can't. No, mate, I'm due for an operation again next week. I had an operation in November. I got another one next week. Yeah.
Hopefully it's just a minor one.
I should. Yeah.
No. Oh, Jesus.
I don't know. I've been toxic since August. And the last sample, they said there was so much pus in there they can't grow cultures, which doesn't exactly.
Well, that's not good. Yeah.
Bring forward confidence. Yeah. So basically, I'm on. I think I'm on the world supply of penicillin at the moment to hopefully clear it so it can go ahead. Other than that, no. It's a mixed bag. I should be celebrating because I finally had the repair to what was done to me in 20.
Yeah.
And mate, I am the lightest I've been since a teenager. I've got the flattest stomach I've ever had in my life. And on those things, I should be like...
And the wifey loves it.
Oh, no, she hates it. She preferred me.
She hates it? What's wrong with her?
She loves fat.
Well, she ain't gonna like me either, brother.
Stuff.
You know me, I lost 75 pounds, and I got my 6-pack coming nicely warming up now. Actually, I'm getting into an 8-pack. So yeah, I've been working out. I mean, I got to wear the best ghost suit now moving forward.
I was about to say, are you doing this for Vegas?
No, I've been doing it for the ACS because.
I know, I'm kidding.
Yeah, well, I mean, but it was something I want to do. I quit chewing tobacco. I changed my diet drastically. That's why I vape. And then I'm 195 pounds. I have about 6 more pounds to go to what I weighed when I was in the military, and that's all I need to do. So, I'm in phenomenal shape. I just had my doctor's appointment. He couldn't believe the shape I was in. He was blown away, and that's all you gotta do. Because I was like, good Lord, 260, 265. I was a fatty, and you can't be a fatty in the Beskar Mando suit because then you look like Dad Bod Boba Fett, and that would confuse the kids. We don't want that.
Oh my God. Hey, it's motivation.
Yeah, and something I wanted to do, so I work out 5 days a week. So yeah, I can't believe
I need your motivation. I need that.
Yeah, it's Kate, because when I look at Kate, I go, oh my God, Kate, oh, get out of here, Kate. Skinny Kate, get out of here.
I just want to get in shape because I used to do like 10Ks, and I mean, I used to play soccer pretty competitively. I would love to be back in shape for that again.
Well, it's just a mindset.
Call it the real name, football.
I don't know what that is.
European soccer.
I watch the Premier League. I have it on in the background sometimes because I just like to watch a good soccer match. I'm not.
That's like my goal one day is actually to go see a Premier League game.
I have been blessed to see one in my lifetime, and let me tell you, Kate, get used to.
They're so much fun.
You're going to feel out of place because they're going to start singing shit, and you're like, "What are they singing?" That old McDonald had a farm.
Normal. That's fine.
I took Sweary to it was the last time that Arsenal played Chelsea at Highbury, and I took her there to watch it, and Mourinho had just taken over Chelsea. So the funny thing about this is that this is a non-sweary story. So basically the crowd are chanting F off Mourinho.
Oh yeah.
And she came back and she was telling everyone about her experience, and that all the crowd was singing "Go away, Mourinho."
That sounds like a typical hockey match that I go to. That's adorable.
If you've been to an NFL game or something in the U.S., man, trust
an
me.
NHL.
Oh my
yeah.
God, the F-bombs and cuss words that get screamed. I mean, oh my Lord in heaven.
Sox?
That's like
the
normal.
Red Sox play in Boston.
Yes, that is correct.
Yes.
I've been to a Red Sox game.
Oh, nice.
I went and watched them play Rounders.
Yeah, it's a cool stadium.
Their stadium's nice.
Yeah,
been there before.
If you get a chance to go watch a baseball game, it's a totally different space.
It's so cool.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
Fenway's awesome.
Okay, we got more questions coming in now that we've shared our life journeys with everyone. But Kate, you just got to get the mindset. I mean, you just got to switch it, right? You got to commit to it, and I know you can because you've done it before. You just have to.
I know, it's just one of those. You got to get around to doing it.
Yeah, just make sure and you got to do it for 21 days straight, basically, because that's how.
Yeah.
And once you do, forming the habit. And now that I've formed the habit, I just do it all the time. So.
Darcy, does Ugnaught get holds and defense by just fuglying the attackers to death?
Who?
What?
Ugnaught. I just remembered I used to call Ugnaught fugly. He wasn't ugly. He was Mourinho ugly. I was just wondering whether he just fuglies them to death. That's
British language for you kids out there. That's British slang. We're bony rubble. What does that mean? We're in trouble. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. English. All right. Darsign 1972. Back into the SWGOH talk. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up and subscribe. You guys are watching us, over 70 of you. Come on, hit the thumbs up. We got the world famous Kate Gaming and Macro W103rd. Question: when do we think we will get the new raid in the game? Secondly, when will we get the reward structure for the raid? I think
they announced it in what was it?
They haven't given
Road Ahead or
they said
Stadia Galaxy.
Yeah, we know the raid's coming. They didn't give a specific date that they had some stuff to work on. I think the next Road Ahead we will get the raid structure in reward tier, right? When it's coming out, I don't know. It will not be before the next Road Ahead. I can guarantee that. I'd be shocked if they put it out before then.
When's the next Road Ahead due?
April, probably end of April. They'll probably do the Road Ahead there.
Is this minimum Relic 10 raid?
Oh God, they probably will.
If they do Relic
10.
That's the question, isn't it? When we'll be able to actually not even do the raid, but when will we able to compete in it when we've reached the correct gear level, whatever.
I swear if they don't address gear issues and announce Relic 10, there is going to be chaos because people are going to be like,
only tunes with Omicrons can play.
There's going to be chaos regardless of whatever they announce. There's always going to be chaos.
It's just one of those things, but I mean, it's just, it's going to really demotivate a lot of people because it's like, wait, you want me to get Relic 10? I can barely get Relic 7 and 8 right now. What the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, there's tons of, there's gear issues still.
Yeah, I addressed it in an earlier question. It's really bad. So, when will we get the new raid? I'm probably thinking May or June is my guess on the timeline here because they're still working out the bugs now. They're not going to do it before the Road Ahead because they want to announce the raid structure in the Road Ahead most likely. We got May the 4th.
The big thing you got to look at probably. I would go back, see the time frame from when they announced the challenge pit.
Yeah.
What was the timing from when they announced that to when it actually came to the game? I don't remember how quickly it was.
So we'll wait. We're again, you're gonna have to be a little bit flexible on that. We have a rough idea. That's a guess from us. We don't have any specific. I don't know. Like I hear rumors about characters and things of that nature, so I kind of have a good idea what's coming out and stuff. But like specific dates on stuff that's coming out. Yeah.
Good morning, Desi.
Hey, there's Desi. It's a special good morning to the fantastic Kate. There you go, and good morning to you, Desi girl. All right. Wolfell question. It might not be practical for PvP, but for PvE, should the game have a replay system for game crashes or freezes? That game froze and crashed on the Riva mission. Now can't do it. I would love to see that because they're talking about having that ability. Like you go into the raid and if you don't like your score, you can get out and redo it again. I think they should implement that across a lot of PvE stuff, especially with a lot of crashes that's been going on with the game. I think that would be fantastic. Hey, Mike, I mean, I think we would be in hog heaven if we had that. That'd be great. I don't know about PvP.
Anything that reduces us wanting to teach our phones and tablets to fly is good.
I believe I can fly.
Oh, no, I can't.
I can throw my phone to the sky. Think about it every night and day. No, it would be nice. And I think if they're going to do it for the new raid where you can back out and stuff like that, so you don't have to be on airplane mode and things, then absolutely, like for the raids and things of that nature, like for the Riva mission, that sucks that happened to you, Wolfell. Like if you go in and it crashes, hey, you didn't complete it. Until you complete it and lock it in, it doesn't count. I think that would be awesome if they did that, because especially for Riva shards, man, it's, you know, I want to think about the Riva shards, Mike. Oh God. I don't know what else to do, Mike. I've done videos, I've done the remodding, I did everything, and I've shown it. It's like, why are you failing? You can still get bad RNG though. So we were 30 out of 38. I am excited because we got the Grand Inquisitor coming back this week, so should that help us exponentially with our Riva farm in our guild. So
that in itself is just, yeah,
that'd be nice.
Poor management, isn't it? The fact, you know, launch it and then, you know, bar all the players that don't have that character the access to that character.
Yeah, I just don't understand it.
Are you talking about Riva?
Nah.
Yeah, because of Grand Inquisitor.
GI in the Riva.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna miss unlocking Riva next TV. I got this feeling. I'm 45 shards short.
Oh no.
Of unlock, and I got this feeling it's not gonna happen, and I'm gonna be like 1 or 2 short.
I know you're gonna be at 44, like ah!
Well, so it's like this. I just checked earlier. I was like, how many shards did we get like this past time? And we got 42, and I'm like, I'm gonna be like 2 or 3 short.
Damn,
it's gonna happen.
Yeah, Mia Ranger won't unlock her until she's nerfed.
Yeah, yeah. Well, on the
realistically, I probably won't either.
Well, unless with more people unlocking Grand Inquisitor in our guild coming up, that should expedite it. So at the worst case scenario, Mike, could be end of June, right? For us, with the current rate that we're on, with, you know, we're averaging 30 something, around 30 shards. We've got 30 the last couple times, but if we can just increase that by 10, that knocks that back into May, which I'm like, cool, you know. So if because we're 170 out of 330 or 169 out of 330, something like that. So if we can get an increase of 10, you know, that'll make us have that unlocked a lot sooner. But yeah, regardless, me and Mike will not have OP Riva before the purge gets fixed and stuff. And then we'll be like, oh, this character sucks. Oh, well, you know.
I'm going to be 1 or 2 short. I'm calling it now. I'm going to be like 1 or 2, maybe 3 short. I mean, that's just my luck.
That's just the way it works. Yeah, that's the way
it's just how it goes.
Yeah, from everything we've been hearing, Desi, the GI should be this week. Not confirmed.
Then shouldn't it be in the journey guide permanently?
No, that won't be until June, I believe, when he comes permanent in. So, yeah, because remember he came out in June, end of June, July, whenever he came out, and then we didn't get him till December. That's why that 6 months lapse was kind of like diarrhea.
And now they're not doing it. So now they decide to go back to 3 months.
Yeah, they should have done from the beginning.
Yeah, trust me, I know. I was ready for
I know.
A week after. Not even. I don't even think it was a week after the first event. Yeah. I was so pissed.
You better pick it up, Desi. You better quit focusing on them new characters. Poor Desi. I hope they increase the ship shard drop rate. I started a character twice before 6-star ship. I said start a character twice before 6-star ship. Well, it's ships. I don't know. I don't understand this.
I don't get why they're not.
Why they're expedited.
Yeah. I
don't get it. And there's no reason at this point that some of these ships that are way older than some of the characters that are expedited. I don't understand that. Well, I understand it for profit reasons, but I mean, you know.
Yes and no. I don't know.
I don't get it.
You still got to upgrade them and put everything onto them and do the crew for them, and there's always expenditure for ships. Yeah. Always.
I don't understand why these older ships aren't expedited. Everything else on the character side is expedited. Why can't we do ships? What, you want us to sit and just farm slow? Because we ain't going to spend on ships. I'm going to tell you that right now. Unless it's like a capital ship and, something that's meta. I mean, and even then people are like, because I know people that are only getting 5-star profundities and they're like, I'm good. I'll get it when I get it.
They're still usable. You can still take out an executor with a 5-star profundity. You can still counter stuff. I'm doing it on my OG account. Like the OG account has a 4 or 5-star profundity, and I'm just like, I ain't in any rush.
Yeah, you don't need to be unless you're in like a guild like mine where it's needed for like the TB and stuff, to do those shipments because they're vital. For higher stars. Then why would you? I'm like, I mean, because you know me, I'm always like, get your ships up as quickly as possible and get them started and everything. But if there's no motivation and you're going to keep the farm slow, and why would you bother? Especially when they work at 5 stars. CG, you're killing the smalls.
Is awesome.
I have that at like 5 stars as well.
You should see it at 7. You should see it at 7, Kate.
Or no, wait.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, well, I have it at 7 on the big account.
Yeah, so Kate, how gross that ship is.
Such a good ship. Yeah.
That ship is dynamite.
I purposely spent extra crystals the last day to get it when it was on.
Hell yeah. I was
like this close. I'm like, screw it. We're just gonna do it because I don't know when this is gonna come back.
Worth it. Yeah. Absolutely worth it. Because I was in there too thinking, if I just spend some extra crystals here, then I don't have to fart around and wait months to do the farm on the node, whatever it is. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
It's still not farmable, is it?
No, it's still not farmable. So I'm very happy.
Got me Mustafa. I don't upload content, but the content I uploaded about Mustafa, TIE Defender under GAT, big bada boom, FTW. True story.
Yeah, the ships are just old. They've been in there for a long time, and there's a lot of ships that have been out for a long time that are, you can get them out of the ship store, but
oh my god, like the OG account, don't even ask me what the separatist ships are. Like my hyena is like still like 4 stars or something. Like I just got no motivation to work on them because I'm like, why do you
care?
Yeah, well, make them the accelerated farm like the regular characters and I'll work on them. But right now I'm like, okay, I can work on all these other characters a lot quicker.
Yeah,
get more teams.
Plus with
and I just structure my GAC that I go a little bit heavier on top so the ships hold, or I don't have to do much with them.
Just reminded again of back in the day when BHG Reloaded and Team Instinct were the 2 top guilds, and guild members doing the 2,500 crystal packs, trying to get Falcon shards. That's when it was all in one and not split the way that they've done it all now. But just crazy times. Because
if there's a galactic chase for any new ship coming out, I will go after it because after farming,
you got it. You don't have a choice. And especially the guild you're in, you don't have a choice.
Well, after farming, like the Sith bomber and Sith fighter and how long that took, and then some of these ships, it's like, Christ, the drop rates are horrible. Plus, I'd rather use my ship energy, which they've linked to all those purple pieces you need for gear 12. It's like, God almighty. So I'd rather do that, spend some crystals, that I have on that towards that than stick around with, the nonsense of farming it out of a ship node. It's horrible. And then the drop rates are garbage. So bad, man. It takes forever. Richard Mazzulo says, question, how confirmed is it the Jays come back this week? I'm close to all requirements, but not quite there. It's soft confirmed, Richard. As far as I've heard, it's supposed to be coming out this next week. It's supposed to be coming out this week or the week after. It's coming in March, just from what I heard. The speculation is this week, so I'm just giving you guys a heads up that in case it does, you're right now a PSA. If you want to go for it, now would be the time. If not, you're gonna have to wait till June. And again, and it's only important to get Grand Inquisitor if you're in a guild that is going for Reva shards. Because outside of yeah, it's really good, and you could take on some teams. There's a Datacron out there right now that's really good for him. But in the grand scheme of things, don't stress about it if you're in a mid-tier or low mid-tier guild, or you're just getting to that high tier and you're doing the new TV, but you're not even sniffing the Reva mission. It's not something I would stress about, honestly. But if you are and you want to contribute to helping toward your guild, then by all means stress a little bit, because it's just the way they do it. It's a limited time event. You have to be ready for it. Yeah. So, but you got to take that in consideration. I mean, if you're not even sniffing Reva shards, I wouldn't stress about it.
Or even if your guild's only earning like 1 or 2 a time.
Yeah.
Wouldn't stress.
I wouldn't stress about it. Not at all.
I think they're all almost accelerated farm right now. So, I mean, what I'm doing is I'm farming them on the accelerated farm. And when I get there, I get there.
Yeah, I think the only one that hasn't been accelerated is 8th brother. So he's the last one, right? Because the other
is 5th brother.
There's our 5th brother. He's the last one of the, I couldn't remember which one, but the
I think it's 5th. I think 8th.
Oh, 8th and 2nd just got accelerated, right?
Let me look. 8th and 7th got accelerated.
So 2nd, 9th, yeah. So
it's 5th.
Yeah, 5th brother. So yeah. But yeah.
On that Reaver mission, that I've courtesy of the fact that I'm perma mod capped, as in every event that drops today. What's the BB-8 one that we get a couple of mods?
The mythic event. Oh, pieces and plans. Yeah.
I hit the mod cap on that. I just permanently hit the mod cap.
We need more space because we are backlogged, and it's not that
I'm constantly hitting the cap.
Yeah, because I've got all these mods that are sitting there, and they're all on characters now. I went through and did a thing where I put a lot of those mods just on characters so I can make space. I still got them in my inventory on characters that are like 13 to 17. They're 5A. I can't slice them, but I'm not going to get rid of them because they're really good mods. You know, they're just sitting there. I can't do anything with them. You know,
I have a lot like that too. And it's like, there's a lot. I went through, I wiped a lot of the ones that I'm like, all right, they're not fast enough. There's not enough health, not enough protection, whatever it is. I looked at the stats and some of the secondaries too. And I'm like, I can't get rid of this. I'm going to possibly use it in the future. And I just constantly am like, and I have my mod farming schedule. Like Jig used to do it a long time ago. I don't know who we got it from, but it's Tuesday, Thursdays are farming mods, and then every other day is the slicing material. So I do that, and I'm still constantly hitting the caps between that and then the mod you earn in the events, and then yeah.
It always sucks that you have to sell decent mods just to get the cap mods out of your inbox, and they all yield a load of pony. There you go. There's some Cockney for you. Pony and trap. Think toilet, and how can you rhyme that one with it? Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot. I mean, the characters. I mean, I take the characters up immediately when I get them unlocked because I just need the mod inventory space. But it's still not enough to.
But
you're not in the credit crunch like I'm in too. I have a credit crunch also.
Credit crunch.
Yeah, like I'm always like pretty low on credits.
Like I'm just looking at a mod I'm rolling it right now. It's an offensive arrow. It's purple. It's offensive primary. It's got speed on it, and it's got offense in the secondary, but it's only 3 speed. Yeah. I'm going to keep that mod.
I would keep it. Yeah.
But it's like I have to be very specific on the mods that I keep because, you know.
I have a lot like that, and then I have a lot of the triangles. Like I need. It seems like I'm constantly needing like crit damage triangles, and I'm like, all right, well, usually I wouldn't keep this one, but I don't get many crit damage mods, so I'm gonna keep it.
Oh yeah. The number of years that got rid of crit avoidance and accuracy arrows, and now they're kind of
the accuracy ones you don't really need, but the crit avoidance.
Yet we're going to.
Yet. I still have a couple for a rainy day. I have a couple for a rainy day.
Yeah, some of my fastest secondary speed arrows. What did you hit?
And offense with 12 speed and stuff. So, I mean, it's purple, so it'll go up to maybe even higher speed. So I'm going to keep that. It's an offensive primary, offensive arrow. So,
and they're hard to come by.
Yeah, so you're going to keep those. But I just said, like yesterday, I had a tenacity cross, and I saw it in the store. It was 5 speed, but it had tenacity on the primary. I'm like, I'm getting that. And the other stats was
Yeah, I look at the stats
offense percentage, and then protection, flat and protection, and then I'm like, okay, let me see what this roll. It rolled 9 speed. I'm keeping that mod. That's a tenacity set with tenacity primary with really good secondaries. So, but again, those kind of mods I would love to roll. I can't because I just don't have enough material to keep up with it, and we just need more space. Either that, or give us way more materials coming into Slice.
I don't see why they wouldn't be able to raise the mod cap.
Well, they've upgraded the system, surely. I mean, that was the whole thing of upgrading the system, wasn't it? So they could do much better artwork and graphics, but at the same time, surely exponentially, you increase the storage everywhere else. You must have done.
I don't know.
We had that massive switch over. But the reason why I was mentioning it is that I was unable to remod my Inquisitorius, or whatever they're called, Inquisitors. The 3 of them are health modded. And the other part of it is that I don't have the guide is to use 8th, isn't it, as the 5th one, but my 8th is only R5. So yeah, so I'm doing it with health mods and using Second Sister, and it's still proving consistent. And my fastest one is 312, so I'm not hitting speed. I've got health on there, and yeah, that's why I was just sharing that don't also panic and do massive remodding. Try it. Use the strategy.
Well,
strategy is 6 purges, get tenacity up, and then you should be good.
Well, that's the other thing too, Lou, is now they're recommending non-speed mods in the newer tunes as well. I'm choked on blue mods. There's certain characters you always want speed, but for the new Cal Kestis, you don't want speed on him. He's it's you're not worried about speed on certain characters like Jedi Luke, or another one I always talk about is Fennec or Dark Trooper. Speed is nice if you can get in the secondary, but there's certain characters that you want other stats on them. Speed is not that relevant. Now there are other characters. Speed is still king in this game, but with this new kit, I was looking at it. It's like Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum, tons of offense. Cal Kestis is going to be beefy and tons of offense. I'm not worried about their speed because his kit is specifically designed that if other people are going ahead of him, that's not good for them. So you got to think about that stuff in your mod. But again, those stats matter. And speaking of stats that matter, there's Aldous Sandfly, the greatest sandfly on the beach. Well, welcome to the stream.
We do mods now. Why are we bothering with mods? Don't bother with mods. Mods are overrated. They're an overrated thing that don't need to be in the game. How is everyone? Hi.
Welcome, Sandfly. We got Kate Gaming, Mike, and Sandfly, the greatest Sandfly ever. Link for his channels on the description. All right.
Howdy.
Mine isn't, but his is.
Hi.
I love you. How are you? I've not seen you in ages. How are things?
I know. Things are good.
Here, y'all have a moment. Okay.
Should be around a little bit more.
I gotta go check something real quick because I'm gonna give another question here. Infinity says, at this time, why don't they have fleet squads you can save? Y'all discuss. We'll be right back.
Where have you been for the past 5 years? Ben, that's not a question. We've all asked that so many times.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I still don't. It still doesn't bother me that that's actually not in the game. It's not something I think I would necessarily use. I don't know. In fact, to be honest,
switched mine quite a bit.
But in GAC, I switched them too. And I have to say, in GAC, I don't use squads. I mean, now that your defense is auto set, I don't know. It's not like I don't have an offense and a defense kind of squad list. So I don't really use them, if I'm honest. But I do switch the fleets around quite a bit.
Ben, I guess that's your point. I get it.
Far too organized for me. Yeah.
Ben, why aren't you on this call? Why isn't Finn on this call? He's playing again.
He's not
Aldi, what's new with you?
We're waiting for him to answer in chat.
Me? I mean, everything's great. Everything's great. Island great.
Oh my God, is that a sorting hat behind you?
Oh yeah. We did Hogwarts, so I got a sorting hat.
I've been playing that.
It's amazing. I had so much fun that game. I played it.
Oh, what's your house?
I was at Ravenclaw.
Oh, nice.
We should talk Star Wars. They're back. Hang on. Aye. Yeah, Hogwarts is really good. Hogwarts, yeah, I love Hogwarts. Anyway.
All right, I got
So
some
good.
packages here. I'm going to open them up, see what I got here. That's why I had to go run upstairs.
It's okay, we're talking about Hogwarts.
Oh, then
Yeah.
I'm not interested in that.
We diverted it.
I thought you're in this same house as I am, Ranger.
Oh, probably are, but yeah. All right, yeah, that's what I thought this was. So I just got, for the Mando suit, I'll show it to you here once I get all the bubble wrap off of it. Jesus Christ, that's a plethora of bubble wrap.
An Excelianus for all you data geeks.
I'll show you guys here. You guys can see it. The little things for the Mando suit there. The tracker, what are these?
Ooh.
Oh,
Nice,
fancy.
nice.
Yeah, so those just came in.
It's a glowy red knob.
Yeah, on the on the left side of his belt, those three things. Yeah, that's what those are. The guy did really good work. Really, really good work. He's from England.
Hey.
Oh yes, and Kate, I am working on a Star Wars RPG. I'm coding it into Twitch at the moment. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
that sounds awesome.
yeah. All 3D and everything, so you'll be able to see the characters.
Oh, that's so cool.
So I'm working on that. Yeah.
Working on what?
Star Wars a Star Wars RPG for the stream.
Oh, very nice.
All original stories and stuff. Well, I can code it through the Stream Deck to StreamerBot to OBS, Twitch, and the models are from Blender into Tabletop Simulator. It's very complicated, but basically everything that Roll20 does, you can actually code it straight into Twitch, which means that I can actually have chat with their character as well. You don't necessarily need the Roll20 side, and then you can do a 3D overlay of the map. So instead of a 2D map, I can now have a 3-dimensional map and move people around and have characters that, yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what I'm doing. So yeah,
when are you going to be doing that, Alice?
Well, I'm coding the game side in. I've written the first story, and the first story is set on Hoth. The second story is set in Endor. And I'm using the ChatGPT AI bots writing the stories for me. So I give it scenarios, and it basically fills in the gaps. It's super, super effective. The AI art's doing the artwork. That looks super cool as well. Yeah, so working on that. Probably look to do one a month. But the entire thing's only a single stream, so it'll last 2 hours, or 2.5 hours max. So they're designed to be shorter single vignette stories. So like attack a base type ones where you've got a single kind of objective. So I'm simplifying down a lot of the more complicated sides of Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that. Yeah, basically. Anyway,
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing. Yeah. So, but no, I'll tap you up, Kate. Just, you can come and play. But yeah, get people on to play, and yeah. So working on that, and yeah. So that's what I'm doing for the stream mostly. Is I'm working on that side of things off stream. So a lot of coding and a lot of stuff through the Stream Deck, because the Stream Deck I've worked out can integrate with the bot. Nobody hears this, but yeah, there's lots of streaming stuff. So yeah, it kind of really expands what you can actually do with the entire stream. Anyway, hi.
Just Aldous proving he's like way smarter than all of us.
I don't know about
that. Is not true. That is not true. Yeah, and one GAC.
Let's not get crazy,
I think I won today's GAC. Yeah, I cleared 2 zones. The guy put all of his GLs on defense. So yeah. But yeah, good fun.
That's a thing right now. I forgot.
Yeah, GAC. You forgot GAC?
Yeah.
Don't say that in the middle of a GAC show.
Whatever. Show. Technically, this isn't the GAC show. This is the Jedi Academy.
Yeah.
Look, my days of the week, they kind of all blended together.
Got to put those on the belt. Now the only thing I need for the armor now is I guess got to get the armor. I think it ships today. I just talked to the guy, and then the jetpack I think it's on its way, but it'll be here in a week or two. So we'll have the full costume, and I will wear it on a stream on a Friday. And God help me, because I owe that to the Twitchers. And then we'll do that, and I'll have the full complement of everything. The only thing I have left to do is I got to put the pistol and the rifle together and paint that. So I'm going to probably do that here soon. I got to do the base coat, and I'll be outside, just painting all day. Breathing in those good paint fumes, because no one loves getting higher than me on paint fumes. God.
And then you got to build your pool.
My what?
You can step into it. Your pool.
My pool?
Pool?
Yeah, that you step into.
Oh, okay. No spoiler. Get out of here. Get out of here with that crap.
Oh, I'm not. You
get out of here, Mike.
Wait, you have a pool?
No, he's talking about something that he shouldn't be talking about.
Oops. I'm just gonna start calling my grandson Grogu. They make similar noises. Do you reckon we'll ever get Grogu on his own?
I hope.
No.
But no.
No. I think, okay, so I'm also going to Star Wars Celebrations to interrogate Mr. Crumness and Mr. Head. Because that's in London in like.
Well, let me know. I'll give you a bunch of questions. Insider
stuff.
When's
that? What's in London?
Questions. Yeah, it's in like April. It's like mid-April.
Star Wars Celebrations, the 7th to the 10th, I think, of April in the XL Centre. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah, because I was looking into going to it.
Yeah, so I'm going.
God, that means I've got to get DLR. Right. Okay. Yeah. No.
I'm sure the tickets are like all sold out now.
No, you can still, but you can't buy for the Saturday, but I think you can buy for the Friday, and the Sunday, and the Monday.
So I'll wear a mask and carry a thermal detonator. I'll get in.
Yeah, that's going to be an issue. There should be a few for nutters. Few for nutters and a few for people not dressed up. Yeah, so I'm hoping. So I'm hoping that Star Wars. I'm hoping that the SWGOH people are there. They haven't announced who's actually there, but I figure we can go there and then I can interrogate them. And I have questions. I have questions for Mr. Crumness and Mr. Head. I will not start with where are my fleet loadouts. But yeah, but yeah. I'll ask for my Merrin exclusive. There's my Merrin exclusive reveal on the kit. We'll start with that. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to that. That's a month's time.
Yeah, before you go, let me know. I'll send you some cheeky questions. And you can say they're from Ranger, and they're going to be like, "Oh no."
I doubt. Honestly, I doubt the answer. I doubt the answer any of my questions. So they'll just be like, "Oh God, go away, stop."
And then, stop. No, go for it.
Well, I can stream. I could just stream from the event from my phone as well. And I could just set myself up outside the SWGOH booth and put on a SWGOH demonstration on a screen. I'll make it look like it's part of the official thing and everything. It'll be great. And yeah. Anyway, that's the other thing going. Yeah, quite busy.
Answer Ray Rock's question. I'm not going to Star Wars Celebration. I looked into it, but it just wouldn't work out time-wise.
Yeah.
And how many?
But if it's in the States, like next year, I might go.
I think they're taking a year off, apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was like every year.
Well, I don't know. I think they're taking next year off for some reason. I'm not sure. I don't know. And how many times during Hogwarts Legacy have you thought you were fighting Rayrock? Kate, instead of, is it Ranrock?
Ranrock? What about him?
Yeah. I just referred to him as Rayrock the whole time. I spent the whole time fighting
Rayrock.
Oh,
like you're calling him... No, I never did. No.
Oh, I did it the whole time. Anyway.
No, I did it.
Cool.
Okay, get your questions in. We're going to start wrapping it up.
Isn't MegaCon like next weekend or something?
Yeah, it's at the end of March or something. And Finn and a bunch of people are going to that.
Nah.
PMFYI Production says I finally hit level 71 in SWGOH. Congratulations. And another game. Congratulations. Unless they talk about Hogwarts stuff, then I have no idea.
I don't know if you can get up to level 71 in Hogwarts.
40. Yeah. You get to level 40.
I have no idea.
No problem.
So there you go. That's his tradition.
How did everybody else's GACs go? Did everybody, who's done their GAC? Kate,
did mine. I lost. We had a...
Clearly I didn't do mine.
Yeah, because you forgot.
We won our first round. We just barely lost this one. It was an efficiency fight, and he just got me by a few banners. Okay. But I don't really care. It's 3v3. I mean, I'll finish like I always do. All this, this 6-3, 5-4. I'm in Kyber 2. I keep getting squished. I don't care anymore because it's like, what's my motivation for, I just have fun. We had a lot of fun last night doing stuff and being goofy and yeah. So
it has become, I have to say GSE has become a little bit like a Sisyphean task where you have to keep pushing this boulder up a hill and the hill gets steeper and steeper. It's like eventually you just go, hang on, why am I pushing this boulder up this hill? Why don't I just stand here with the boulder? And and that kind of, I think that's the mental journey you go on, and eventually just go, actually, Kyber 2 is quite fine. It's fine here. If they're going to keep squishing us down from 1 to 2, let's just aspire to be in 2. That's what I do. But yeah.
No. You know what my ultimate goal is, like what all of GA say? The ultimate goal, to have a set it and forget it defense and not worry about it. That's always my goal. Every season. I'll switch up the board a little bit, but then my goal is to never have to touch it the rest of the season because I'm too lazy.
Mm-hmm.
I do that.
I just slapped all my Datacron tunes on there. So I got
exactly.
Yeah. Kira.
Yeah, and it annoys me. I haven't got any level 9s from this. Well, I've got level 9s, but not for characters I have at R7, so that's mildly annoying. I've got to the point now with Datacrons where basically I take them to level 8 for the stats, and the level 6 and 3. Level 9, because they're putting them on people that they want to kind of make us, oh God, we'll make you R7 Nax, it's not yet a requirement. I'm just kind of ignoring those. But to be honest, that's kind of where I am with it.
Lee Boca, question. Ranger curious, you have the Revan costume correct? That's right behind me. You can see it right there. Now that you have the Mando costume, how does it compare to Revan's? Which do you prefer? Well, the Beskar Mando costume is the real deal. The Revan one's just a nice costume that I wore just in the past, but nobody knew who the hell I was wearing or what it was. So I'm like, you know what? If we're going to be visiting the kids with the ACS stuff and things, I'm going to go full in for an authentic costume. And that's why we did it. Now I could get a much better Darth Revan costume, but again, it's going to be really pricey, right? For them to create it and everything. But I'm like, if I'm going to go all in, let's go for something that somebody knows. Now I will tell you, the Darth Revan's costume is easy to put together and do. It's not that hard, right? I just a couple pieces and I'm in. The Beskar Mando costume, it's layered. It is multiple pieces. It is a lot. So it's going to take me like 20-30 minutes just to get dressed in that thing, because you have to go layer by layer and you add pieces as you go along, and I've added all the bells and whistles to it. So yeah, with the jetpack coming in too, all that stuff's got to be put on in certain order. So yeah, it's a lot. It is definitely a lot, but I prefer the Beskar Mando because I think it's going to look outstanding, right? And the kids
your army training is going to come in handy there, and it wearing a ton of gear in a very hot suit for an extended period of time.
Yeah, I mean it's it'll be worth it.
It's your own sweatsuit. There you go. That'll get you a 10-pack.
Yeah. How'd you get
Aldi, are you dressing up for Star Wars Celebration? No.
No. Look at me, I dress up every day. No, I'm not.
Are you gonna wear the Hawaiian shirt at least?
Probably. I'm not really into Star Wars, so I don't know. No, I'm not. It's a little bit of a last minute. I was meant to be going to Barcelona on a work trip, and then therefore I thought it was I'll just go on holiday, so I'll nip down there. So I'm just going down for the weekends, with friends and stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Nice.
Not dressing up. I will take photographs though. I'll take photographs, and then I'll probably on the Friday night we will probably discuss everything I learned that day. So I'll have photos, videos, and interviews with the McCrumness and stuff. And we'll just kind of talk through everything and, give people a bit of a review. Anyway.
Nice.
It would not be a great PPO.
Science. But yeah, it'll look really good. And I will do a stream with the costume on and everything, and you guys will see, and you'll be like, oh, they said Dave. So, but yeah.
Sounds it, mate.
But yeah, I've put pictures up of what it'll look like. And
this is great. So that means you'll never take the helmet off.
But this is the way.
Okay.
Well, there's a way around that if you do.
No, I'm not doing that. Yeah. So what happened to Ranger? He drowned. He's a moron. He took a fake show's creed and went too far with it, and now he's dead. So yeah, that would not be the way. What else in 3 says, I put Lord Vader on defense, not JMK. I have JMKC, SLKR, and JML for offense. Starkiller is on defense.
Links to the question above.
Oh, what are the best options for Rey, Hoda, Ben, and JMK Cat GK? I put JMK Rey and Job on defense. Thanks for me this last time. Want to hear them.
Well, obviously you do the JMK versus JMK, so it knocks that out. if you have Slacker and if there's no Lord Vader on defense, I would say that.
Yeah, Slacker.
Other than that, like your only other option, really, if you do see GBA armor versus Rey, Ben, Hoda, but it's not the best option.
GML does match up against Rey a bit, doesn't it?
Not that comp.
Not that comp. No, okay.
No.
Yeah, I ran into one of those that was virtually unkillable.
Yeah, your best bet is Slacker
Mm-hmm.
out of all that, but I mean, depends what else is on defense.
As well. Oh, no, there is no. Hang on, there is no.
No, they put Jabba on defense.
Yeah, that would be the one I would say
use
without hesitation. But
he's also put Starkiller, hasn't he, on defense? So I was going to say, because Palp's MJ Starkiller will take the Rey, won't it?
Should do.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, but I think he's got Starkiller on D as well.
Yeah, so I would do JMK versus JMK and then SLKR versus Rey.
Yeah.
See, on that, I was looking at that Starkiller versus Rey counter. How important is potency?
Big.
Is it potency?
Huge.
Very huge.
Because I probably need to go back through my Starkiller team, look at those three, and just check where my potency secondaries are and stuff, and get to boost that up, because obviously I want to land the debuff and the stuns and the shock is really, I think it's the shock that really does it.
Yeah.
So
you need potency, and if you have a Datacron with potency, you want it because you're going to be running into tenacity set Datacrons. So yeah, it's important.
I did it against is it Amy Lynn Holder as the third. Last round I used Palp Starkiller.
For the Slacker versus Rey, it would be a Slacker Daka Zombie.
Oh, that's who Slacker is, right?
What else?
Who
goes with? Is that what you're answering? As SLKR?
Yeah,
versus
if
Rey?
you did SLKR versus Rey, it'd be SLKR Daka Zombie. If you decided to go the C route, it would be C GBA armor.
Yeah, and you don't need a Revivicron. You just need we did last night. Heinzie did on the stream. So yeah.
Kate, what's your zombie at? Have you taken her or it up?
Nah, I don't think so. I think she's only like R5.
Okay. She is R5 though. You do so you do it with a Datacron at R5. Yeah, because mine's still G12. I've thought about taking my zombie up because that counter kills any Datacron. So, but yeah.
If you have SLKR and Relic Daka, I would. Because it's very
Daka's Relic.
Well, especially it sounds like we're getting Marin, so might as well.
Yeah, can we talk about, man, this couldn't have worked out better for me if I had planned it. So
Relic 5. There's the Aldi's question. Relic 5 is my zombie.
I was working on Ahsoka Tana Fulcrum for TW, just because it's a Starkiller team, right? You know, you put the Omicron on, she goes in there and you can kick that ass. So I'm taking, and she's going to be Relic 8 here this weekend. And then they announced the Cal Kestis kit, and I'm just salivating because that Omicron just fit perfectly in. You know, the first time in my life I can say F you to the Illuminati. Your plans backfired. I got ahead of you. Kiss my ass. All that mod stuff, I finally get revenge because I was working on something that worked out perfectly for me. I'm really excited. I don't know how excited you guys are for this. I mean, I'm skipping Tuskens. I'll farm them slow. I skip Dr. Africa because it's really not that needed. It's really good, but it's not that needed. I'm all in on the Cal Kestis train, man. These characters look phenomenal. I don't know how you guys are feeling about them, but man, the first two kits look ridiculous. I can only imagine what Marin's going to do here. We get her in 2 weeks when they announce her kit and stuff.
Go ahead. Go Aldi.
I was going to say that I'm a bit... Okay, so the characters are going to be great. I think they're going to mimic Starkiller. So I reckon each of the individual characters is going to be amazing in individuals and boost a certain team. It worries me, obviously, they really have stressed that they're going to get the Starkiller Survivor, Jedi Survivor event's going to come for a limited period and then disappear. Now, that could be disappearing for 6 months again. So
I hope not.
But they're kind of stressing the point that could happen. Well, they're saying, look, it's not going straight in the journey guide. Therefore, I'm not rushing them, but I definitely will be farming them the very second they're available. But I'm not going to rush to get Survivor at the start. But I 100% agree that every single one of them looks great. Well, Cal Kestis looks great. I couldn't be bothered with Seer. I wish she would just disappear from my game.
Her kid looks good, man. Her kid's explosive, dude. Man, that kid is gross, man. and it really lifts UFA characters up. But the combination of Seer, Cal, and Fulcrum is going to be nasty, and I mean nasty. That's going to be a dynamite team.
But I think the early testing, or certainly the ones I've seen, people are realizing that Cal Kestis will buff Ray, it'll buff Ufu. You know, Cal is going to be such a utility. I reckon they're going to struggle to keep Cal with Seer. I think Cal will end up floating around on the random teams. And Cal will be one of those Watt type characters, I think, that will end up on, 1 month he'll be with this person because of this Datacron. Next month he'll be in a completely different team because it buffs all Ufus, whether light side, dark side. So anyway, yeah, but yeah, good.
A good plug and play too. Bit like Thrawn.
Yeah, 100%.
Move him around and
I'm not going to I won't roll Swevens, but I will. I'm saving all my crystals to make those big purchases out of the weekly shipments when they come in there, and just go ham. Right.
I got 312. I got 12. I got 12 in the
Sweven.
I didn't get. So I think it popped up once on the big account, and I X'd out of it by accident, but I haven't seen it pop up again.
In the store.
In the store only. What? Store only. If you go to the store.
Web store.
I don't have the web store.
Oh,
but
you didn't have to get the web store.
Well, it popped up on the OG account, and I don't have the web store there. And I was able to get the...
It pops up for everybody once, and then I think if you want to get it, if you don't get it, you have to go to the web store.
Oh, that's not... I thought I saw something on a forum post that would pop up like once a day.
Maybe. I don't know how
it hasn't popped up in the 24 hours, so...
Okay, well, what to do? Write out a strongly worded letter of complaint to CG, and then...
Yeah, that'll go well.
And then toss it in the bin, Kate.
Yeah, that'll go really well.
They will pick it up.
Did you... Sorry, did you see? I saw a screenshot. Someone did that and got 230 shards.
Somebody actually did.
Somebody actually did, yeah.
Oh yeah, but I mean that ain't going to be me, so I don't. I'm happy for him, but yeah, my misery with those packs is well. It's well documented scientifically that my thing on those is Swevens. That's why I won't wail on a character with some
lucky number 11. Love that movie.
Such ass. Oh, so that's why I don't.
But you're missing out on Afra. Afra is one of my favorite tunes at the moment.
I'm not bothered. I mean, I'm getting the characters up. I will have Afra here eventually, but it's a slow farm because.
Yeah. Actually, just unlocked Afra last week.
She melts Jabba. She takes all those Lord Vader inks in Arena. Brilliant.
No, she's a really good tune, but I mean, if I'm going
to... moment.
Oh, God, yeah.
At the moment with the Datacron, there's
a
distinct likelihood she's going to become essentially trash when the Datacron runs out. I think that was one of the fears when you look at her without the Datacron. Where does she really fit in? And I think that's something that I'm not. And I therefore agree. I am farming the 2 murder droids, but I'm not going to absolutely push it because we don't really know where Afra really fits. And I think we're going to see a very similar pattern with Trench, where they'll give him a Datacron to make him look amazing at the start, and then questionable whether he's viable past that. Makes sense.
I had found it interesting. No one mentioned Trench earlier in talking about the new tunes, and
I'm not overly excited.
The one that most of us are going to get is Trench, and yet
it's like
he's anticlimactic already.
Really excited about him.
No. Yeah. I mean, he looks good. His kid will be fine, and he'll do good stuff for the Separatists. But he's not. I mean, out of the characters, you got the Cal team, and I've got Reva to worry about too. So I mean, I got a lot on my plate right now. Where I'm like, you got to. It's we always talk about this is a resource management game, so you got to manage your resources, and especially if you're not spending or you're a light spender, you got to think about what am I going to go for? What's going to give me the most bang for my buck, right? So for me right now, it's Cal, that whole team, and it's third sister. I got to save up the Omicrons because we've seen how, even though she's bugged at the moment, she's still going to be a phenomenal character, unless they nerf her to hell, which I don't think they will. They'll fix the purge mechanic, but I still think she's going to be really, really good. That remains to be seen. But yeah, if I have to pick something, the droids I'll farm slow. I do have Hondo up to Relic 7, because of the mission in TB, and he's just a phenomenal character. But like 000, BT1, Sana, I mean, they're all 5-star. I mean, as soon as I get the droids to 7, then I'll go pop over to Cantina and I'll go pop on Sana for about 5 to 7 days and get her to 7 stars to take her up. But it's not something that I'm like you know, for our guild, like we have the people that have Afra. We only need a few people to go do that combat mission. She's not really needed till phase 4, and we're not even sniffing phase 4 with stars right now because that's all relic 8s and stuff. So it's just not a priority. And with Cal being announced as a new special mission for TV, I'd rather do that. Let the people that already have Afra there, eventually I'll get it so I can contribute, but it's not that big a deal. I think the better play is Cal. That's why we've been past the Tuscans, because I'm like, well, I've got all the other teams high relic, like Mandos and Hut Cartel, and I even got my Jawas relic for the raid, so I'll be good there, and I got Old Republic covered. So I'll be fine on the raid. So yeah, again, resource management. You got to figure out where you're going to do stuff and what you're going to invest in. That's what you got to do. You know, if you're not going to spend, you got to be smart.
Looking through the different, you know, when you do the filters and you go through all the different teams that you can look at and what factions or whatnot, and I just clicked on my droids, and I think I only have like 3 droids that aren't relic 5 or higher. I just found that quite interesting because for so long droids were kind of like you know, the 5th or 6th tier kind of, you know, tunes that you worked on, and the just the way that the game's changed on that, and we've all had to, you know, what with Grievous, we all had to bring up the Separatist droids. R2, C3, BB8 are all big droids, and now we've had to do the ship droids and everything. Yeah, I just found it really interesting earlier on today just how much had to work on droids.
Alpha and Omega. Do you think they will offer the free pack for every marquee character going forward? It'd be nice. It's free shards. I wouldn't mind if they did. You know, and
I got the Cal one just to appear. I locked into BlueStacks.
There you go.
I got 12. I got 12.
Well, of course you
I got 12. Ooh. I got 12 too.
Yeah.
GG. I think they will. I think it's a smarter thing than what everything else they've been doing, is giving people this gamble pack roll. I think it's created a little bit more buzz for really something that costs them nothing. So yeah. I like it. I think it's a better way to get people to engage with the shop and some of the other stuff they've been doing. There was another question on, do we think Merrin will take Daka Zombie away, or did I make that on myself?
Oh, for SLKR, yeah, I had.
Yeah, I for me, I think they'll use Merrin to try and make. I think Talia will become relevant because I think Talia's boosts are flat percentages. So if Merrin comes out, the problem with the Night Sisters at the moment is they're old kits with old numbers. If you put a new character in there, a lot of their abilities are flat, 50% increase or 20% increase, especially on things like speed boost. They're almost at a speed train. Remember when we used to have the Deathstorm team as well, and Talia is going to boost that. So I think they'll design Merrin to make Talia, Initiate, and Acolyte more relevant. Would be my guess. But yeah. So, but I think they'll always end up with Daka in there and Zombie in there regardless. But I think they'll try.
There you go.
So wait, it's taken them 6 years really to make Fulcrum viable since launch.
She's been viable for a while. She's been viable in TW. Just people just didn't prioritize her because
with the Omicron, but that was
that's the only way.
All right, 5 years then.
Yeah.
I just remember where I was on holiday when she launched and trying to make her work for months, and then finally throwing the towel in.
But yeah, she's relevant, and she's really gross, and yeah. So I'm more than happy to have her. I'll have her over 10k offense, and with everything else with the Omicron and investing in Cal, that's going to be a nasty team. W. So, and priority will be, I'll get the Omicron on Cal, and then when I get Reva, I'll get her up and running along with the on Inquisitor. So that's where all my resources are at. It's all about just saving resources, getting Cal to 7, get him relic, and I'll just go down the line for each character as I get into 7 stars, pop the relic on him, take him up to, whatever.
So are you going to spend money on Cal, or are you going to wait till he's farmable?
Farmable out of shipments.
Okay.
I always do the shipments because I just think it's a better, because you can get a crate of crystals and then you can get those 60 or 80 shards out of the shipments as much.
So you're gonna wait till he goes to ship and spend
Yes.
crystals on.
I'm not going to spend. I'm not going to do the packs because it's just. I think it's a waste of crystals because it's gambling and my history with Swevens. There's no point of spending $300 on a character that I can wait 2 weeks and then get them for significantly less and still be on the pathway to getting the character, the new character.
The Whale store.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the other thing to remember is when they did Starkiller, did he not have? Well, it did Grand Inquisitor. He had an unnecessarily long period of time before the 5th one dropped. So actually, if you were going to wail on somebody, don't wail on Cal Kestis. Wail on that last character. Wail on the last one. Yeah. You know, so I reckon you'll be able to farm, and especially when they did Starkiller, they dropped 2 of them into Cantina. Or something. Talon was in there.
Talon was Cantina, and
all 3 were the only one that wasn't Cantina for Starkiller
was Mara.
Was Mara. She was shipped.
Mara wasn't.
The other 3 were Cantina. Yeah.
So if they replicate that, they're a lot faster to get in Cantina. So I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily wail on the first one until you see what the second one's going to do, and you certainly don't need to wail on any of them until you necessarily see when the 4th one or 5th one, you get a timeline on it. I'll get them. Star Wars Celebrations, that one. Interrogate Mr. Crumness.
All right, Helly, question for Aldi. Why does the Illuminati send me customers while Jedi Academy is on? How can I be expected to ask Helly questions if work gets busy? Why is the dark side of the Force against me? No, that would be the light side. Dark side's cool. We don't do that kind of shit.
Well, I think the Illuminati are out to prevent your very sensible questions, Helly. I mean, you are one of the more knowledgeable players in the game.
That's not true.
And I think they're trying to shut you down. They're shutting down your opinion.
I don't.
And that's exactly what the Illuminati do. They're an organized group of people who are shutting down the more intelligent people, allowing people like me on the telly to say silly things. That is why, see, I should be in chat, you should be on here. That would be a much better way around.
I don't think that's a good idea.
That's created by the Illuminati.
Yeah, let's not. So with that, I think we're going to wrap it up. That was our last question. I think we got to all the questions today. We had a great panel, as always. So glad you guys are here. Make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe, as is tradition. And with that, now I've gone back and relinked everybody's Aldous, Kate. I got to put Mike's back on. Mike, you got to send me your bloody link again. Doesn't show up forever, and then it shows up like, where's my link? Bastard.
You're welcome.
Of a bitch. You better send it to me in Discord right now, or I will forget. But you do me a favor. I'm gonna let them pimp their stuff. It's in the description, friends, and then the description where you can go check their stuff out. Please go support their channels, support the content that they're doing. It does really make a difference. You know, as content creators, every little bit helps. So that all the Sandfly, the biggest Sandfly on the beach. Where can folks be checking out?
Welcome to Sandflies on Twitch. Yeah, we're getting into other Star Wars stuff and other kind of stuff. But yeah, I only just got here. Actually, messed up, but thank you. And please support these incredible other content creators and all the other stuff they do.
Yep. Kate Gaming, the world famous Kate Gaming. Where can folks check out your content?
I mean, go on Twitch, Kate Gaming _, but I haven't streamed for like 2 months, I realized. Should be getting back into it, but I do have something coming up this week that I don't think I can tell you guys yet. But it's on somebody else's channel. Oh. So just keep an eye out.
Well, can we know the channel so we can at least know?
No, I don't think it's my place to say.
Does it start with the next? I bet it starts with the next.
I'll tell you after. Ali, I will tell you after. I will tell Ali, I will tell you after.
Good luck to Celia, who's about to have a baby, and we love her. Okay.
All right. And then Michael W. Huntington III.
Yeah, I've got a Mike Hunt. Need to put SWGOH, otherwise you get different content.
God.
But if you do that, you'll find over 2,000 SWGOH videos. I was a serious video spammer for a long time, and now it's whittled down quite a bit. Although I think I'm putting out a third one today. I've already put 2 out today. A GAC. I actually did my first execute tricks versus profundity.
Good
in GAC.
Good.
Yeah, I'd never used it. I
use it religiously now.
Been nerfed. No, I hadn't done that. So so I actually did that. There's that Mara Jade, Palp, Starkiller against Ray Ben, and I think the other one is just Dr. Aphra melting Jabba. because I just love melting jabbers. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for having me.
And if you're watching this, hit the thumbs up and subscribe before you get out of here. And if you need other content, check out these other great content creators. But if you're looking for something to listen to, we do have the new Star Wars Lore with Idiots. It's now got its own playlist on YouTube, and it is in podcast form. We are on Amazon. We are on Podbean. You can check those out and listen to them. You can download them and listen to them whenever you want. I'm working on iTunes and Spotify. They're being really stupid. I don't know why they're giving me such hell to get those up and running, but eventually we'll have them on there, so you have different platforms to do that out. And you can check out the other content we got. We got Old Republic with the Boys that I upload on YouTube. We rotate who does it on Twitch live on Tuesdays, but then yeah, we are getting ready to hit Corellia. We'll finish up Voss, and then we'll go to Corellia. And then after a week or two, we should be done with our dark side characters, and then we're going to go into light side as I play XR Coon, and Rambam's going to be playing Willick Queldroma. And we're going to cause havoc and try to dominate the Republic because we're assholes.
Are you going to do the new Jedi Fallen Order game when it comes out?
No.
No?
No.
Really?
I don't have time. I got too much other stuff I'm doing. I can't do every game, Kate. I wish I could, but there's too much stuff.
Fallen Order.
I know, but I just don't have the time. I just don't have the time to play that game. It's like I'm like, when can I do that? Never. So between the lore video and all the stuff I'm doing that and all the streaming, and then, you know, we're doing the Old Republic. I mean, it's a lot. So I'm a little busy beaver right now. And then if you want to check in, come join our Discord. It's linked in the description. You can see Kate in there doing Phasmophobia and yelling at Finn, or Durgan, who locks her in and tries to get her murderized. And Phasma. I'll try to make some time for Phasma. It's been really difficult. But yeah. And then you can check me out on other streams, especially on Friday nights. We have the new co-host for the Hindu stream, where I end up doing worms and shoeys more than I care to talk about. So there you go. All right, so check out these other great content creators. Check out the content here. With that, we're going to call this one done. Everyone have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you on Monday for some more fun as we get back into the swing of things. Enjoy your weekend. You guys deserve it. Have a great rest of your day.